Wanderers, welcome to the Wandering Dutchman podcast. Today's episode isn't like what we usually do, but don't worry, we still have some funny content for you guys to consume on your Friday. If you're new fans of the show, well, this will be new content for you. If you're a diehard OG fan, shout out to a lot of you, you're going to maybe remember some of these moments. It's a best of episode. I'm here on 1025, no big mace, no smoke, but I'm here to tell you that this best of episode is brought to you by our buddy Chad Blessinger and Blessinger Insurance.
Today's episode is brought to you by Blessinger Insurance. September is National Life Insurance Awareness Month, and our buddy Chad Blessinger with Blessinger Insurance wants to clear up some myths about life insurance. One myth is that you should get life insurance once you're older. Wrong. Buy that life insurance now when you're younger and healthier, where costs will be their lowest. Another myth is that life insurance is too expensive. Wrong again. Depending on your application and health screening, life insurance can be quite affordable. Life insurance is all about planning and taking care of your loved ones. Nothing can ever replace you, but your family shouldn't have to worry about paying the bills or buying the groceries. If you're young and have a family and haven't had the life insurance conversation with a trusted agent yet, let Chad Blessinger help you today.
As our intimate circle of friends know, we may have a TikTok that's on its way to the big time. Maybe. We're right in there about
Tenth of the way.
Huh?
We're a tenth of the way.
Yeah, we're a tenth of the way. What does is that what it has to be viral?
A million is what's considered viral.
A million what?
Views.
Like on video?
Like a million views on TikTok.
Oh, okay.
Is considered viral.
Okay. So we're a tenth of the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love the early celebration, though. I love the optimism.
Have we ever had one go that big?
Absolutely not.
Exactly. So that's why I'm a little jacked. Okay?
Yeah, oh yeah, I'm with you.
All right. So with that being said,
Can I be the wet blanket on the parade?
you always are.
No, I don't want to. I want to stay positive, Smoke. Go
You
ahead.
always are.
Go ahead.
What I was going to say is trolls.
Mm-hmm.
Let's talk about trolls.
Great movie.
And not the ones that live under the bridge.
Oh. Are these the ones
Go
that
gruff away.
these the ones that live in the closet?
Well, I don't know exactly where they live.
Do they live in mom's basement?
Peanut butter forts in the basement, stuff like that. Yeah. Apartments.
Real
Nothing
tough
wrong with
guys.
living in apartments. What?
Real tough guys.
Well, I think what Big Fella's alluding to is
Keyboard warriors, some would say.
I know a few good keyboard warriors if we want to turn them loose on these guys.
Oh, God. I do, too.
Yeah,
Really?
we all do. Is Tyler Sibro? Are you on TikTok, pal?
he's what? Adam Wright? Are they buddies of ours?
Are they on?
But I mean, those two could probably, like, if it came to it, like if we had to get away from the keyboard, that they'd probably be able to hang with.
Yeah, they'd be able to hang with the best of them.
But no, so I guess what my thing was so automatically, we had our way in. All right, the TikTok that I'm talking about is the sleep apnea TikTok that everybody knows. Yeah, you guys know, but the Wanderers may not know because they may not have TikTok.
Yeah.
So we were talking with Curdy G, the show about we got onto the old CPAP talk. And I was telling the story about how I first got mine and when I was doing my sleep study. And then, Casey chimed in with something. And then Dave, it was pretty funny deal, really. Well, then the comment threads just started going nutty. And I think, which I don't know how many comments we're up to now, like almost 200 comments. But it's most of them are not very positive.
I mean, you say most of them. I don't think it's as bad as what you think it is. I think if you look at some of them, it's from the same asshole responding back to a comment. But there's some people that are saying like, "Hey, you can be $1.15 soaking wet."
The one guy said that the worst case. The doctor said that the worst case of sleep apnea.
The doctor, we don't know.
Well, no. His sleep doctor.
Oh, okay.
Said that the worst case he had ever seen was in a 7-year-old boy.
Well, because what you see a lot of times in those kids,
adenoids and all that shit,
all that stuff.
My kids, we had to do the same deal there. But I think the one that got me was the CPAP enables me to eat another casserole. I think that was one of them. Or maybe if you weren't so fat that your body wouldn't crush your organs, which that would allow you to breathe better. Or
what do they have in common? All the way to the
And of course,
subcompact vehicle.
yeah, and all the way to the subcompact vehicle. And the funny thing is we were talking about this in our, ironically, our wellness check that we do every month through my employer, where we go up and we get our blood pressure taken and we get we weigh in every month, and there's like an incentive there. So if we lose or maintain, we check that box. If your blood pressure's within this range, check that box. And then at the end of the year, if you make it 12 months or 10 or 11 months out of the year, that you get a kickback on your your health reimbursement plan. And we were talking about it, and the clinical educator was in there, and she's like, "Oh man, that's a pretty funny TikTok. Is there a lot of comments on there?" And then everybody in the room just starts laughing like, "Oh yeah, tell him, Mace, tell him about the comments." And I was like, and she goes, "Oh no, are there a bunch of really bad ones?" And I said, "Yeah, there's not a lot of really positive ones." And then she says, "I don't understand how you guys can do that, because I don't think I could handle it. I think that that would really bother me if I was getting, slaughtered on the internet
Because some asshole that doesn't know the difference between there and there, or lose and loose."
Yes,
I
love it. And here's the thing, real quick. Let me finish this thought. From the day we started this thing, do you remember when this guy was like, "Hey, I'm just waiting for the first MFer to say something negative"?
Yeah.
And we still haven't. We still haven't got one. Now we will when this airs.
Yep.
And I love it.
No, but they're not knocking the content.
No, they're
not
just
knocking
calling
the
us
content.
fat.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, hey, asshole. Hey, newsflash.
You go.
I didn't know. I thought the 3 in front of the XL was just for design. No, so here's my take
They're
on
not
it.
going to get any cherries off us.
No.
I'll tell you that.
Well, and here's the thing, we talked about it, and we've said, if your only complaints were fat, keep moving.
Yeah.
What do you want?
You know
from
how
us?
the TikToks are like, "Hey, if you're not this, keep scrolling."
Yeah.
Well, hey, guess what?
Yeah.
You're on Fat Guy Talk. Keep on rolling,
Hey,
baby.
the one comment that I did love was the
How did
guy
I
goes,
watch it?
"How did I get on the CPAP TikTok?" It's like, I didn't know that was a real thing.
Yeah, it's
I
like-
seem to delve into golf, baseball, cancer.
Cancer.
And then I don't know. It's tough.
Hey, you guys ever wind up on Cancer Talk?
Oh,
And I'm
it's
like,
brutal.
What? And
Yes.
he goes, "Oh yeah, dude. For some reason, I wound up on Cancer Talk."
Oh, it's tough.
Do you remember the trend where it was all the African, the tribal African women that were dancing topless?
Yeah.
Did that ever happen on yours?
Well, we don't know what you've been looking at.
I
there,
wind
pal.
up on that. I wind up on breastfeeding talk. I wind up on capybara. You remember capybara talk?
No.
Oh my God, my algorithm is trashed.
Well, yeah,
It's
because you
wild.
look up trash. But
Not true.
The thing of it is you have complete strangers who, from behind a keyboard, feel like they can say whatever they want.
Which they can.
Which, if you-
literally they can.
But in my former line of work, I've had those people look at me straight in the face and say those things.
Yeah.
Where it's like, "Hey, you're a fucking idiot," or "Hey, really, way to go on that one. Hey, you couldn't get something better," or "Hey, you're a monster. You made that you're an asshole. You just okay, cool.
Yeah.
You know what I think of your opinion? I don't.
I don't.
It's the old expression. Opinions are like assholes.
Everybody's got one. And they all
most of them
stink.
Well, probably, yeah. Majority of them. There are, in my life, there are a select handful of people that I honestly care what their opinion is.
That's what.
And if your circle is that large where you care what somebody thinks about you, you have to reevaluate because it's not worth it.
Yeah,
and
it's
that's
not really a circle.
And you see it all the time. You see it all the time. You can see the headline now. 28-year-old social media influencer dies.
Yeah.
And you're like, well, it's no mystery. It's probably suicide. Well, it's undisclosed what's happened. 2 weeks later, it'll pop back up.
Yeah.
Toxicology reports came back and handful of pills and alcohol. Well, because these people that live in this world,
It's wild, man.
these people that live in this world and that's all they care about is, and this is for those younger kids that shouldn't be listening, that are listening. We tell you that this is, and we bleep that stuff out. Dave will get those. Which, by the way, your mastery of work in the time zone one was great.
Yeah.
You did an excellent job.
Appreciate that.
Curdy G probably was sweating that a little bit. But like the thing of it is if you're living, and this may be a get off my lawn rant, but if you're a young kid or younger kid, or you're in that impressionable age where you think so much that you care about the likes and all this other stuff and the comments that they mean it, that's a complete stranger that doesn't know a single thing about you.
Yeah.
You know, he could have a thyroid issue. You could be an emotional eater that this is how you deal with it.
Which, by the way, we had a mindful morning meeting this weekend, along in that same vein as the health and wellness check, but from our clinical educator, and that was what it was about, was eating and eating disorders and overeating and emotional eating and, smuggling the jar of peanut butter back to the closet when you were feeling blue, and shit like that. And that's a real deal, dude. Like, you laugh and smirk, son of a bitch. I never did that because I'm not a big peanut butter guy.
I am.
Yeah. So I just, for those that live out there in the social media world, don't fall for it. I mean, we chase the likes and clicks because we want it to grow. Yeah. The comments, you could pump our tires and tell us we're the greatest, and we'll be like, why would you say that? Because we know we're not. We're just that way.
Hey,
but
tell them the philosophy on how press works. Tell them about press.
All press is good press.
Oh, yeah.
There is no such thing as bad press.
Yeah, that's right. Bad press
Well, hey,
is good press.
And some of those people in those comments that seem to be educated and have a good understanding, they like, I lost 100 pounds and it didn't affect anything.
Exactly.
Or I did this or I did that.
Yeah.
And how about the assholes like, oh, you're still obese, dude, at 220? Like, man, this dude done shaved off 100 pounds and you're...
We talked about
or you get the guy that says, hey, what mask do you wear? Because I can't find one that fits. Yeah. And then like, hey, I'll tell you what I got. I got a what is it? ResMed Air Fet full face, Maverick squadron leader mask, and anything that anybody wants to know, like shit like that, here's the thing I think I like the most about these trolls.
Well, the one guy that said you're 500 pounds, you're like, no, 420.
Yeah, actually 420.
Got you,
I think I love
How about
that.
the guy that commented back on that 69?
But the thing is you like if you click on these guys, right? Like you click on there and it'll take you immediately to their profile.
Nothing going on.
No, their account will be private. So they've whatever videos that they've stitched or try to muddle through, nobody gives a shit. But then like you look at their follower account, like you said, we're not clicking likes and chasing clicks and all that shit, but we kind of are. But there's like 12 followers, and like 61 likes. And shit like that. You know what I mean? And it's like,
well, you got
fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, keep clicking, keep scrolling.
Everything's
keep
all about perspective. And, and again, you shouldn't care about opinion of some random user 6958329
So
or 854.
that's what my daughter said that to, whenever we were talking about this. And I said something about, my wife had said something about, Smoke Mama's keeping me informed on what's going down on the old TikTok.
What if your wife is the one that's got a burner account?
That's what
All
she
these
said.
comments.
I looked it up and I said, yeah, most of these tool bags ain't got shit for followers or anything like that. She goes, yeah, they're just all burner accounts. And I just thought, Well, then Evelyn, my oldest daughter, said, oh my God, Dad, why don't you just tell them all to screw off, or something that a 10-year-old girl in elementary school would say,
some kind of cute response.
Randy.
Eat poop, you fart nugget, or something along those lines. And I told her, I said, Evelyn, if I got mad every time somebody called me fat, I would never be happy because I've been being called fat since I was I don't know, probably old enough when I learned how to talk and realized what fat meant. Like that. I mean, it's something that I've always dealt with and I always will. And I don't know, man.
We made mention of it real quick. Burner accounts. I think I want to get one because I think I'd love to go wreck some things.
Well, yeah.
I would love to have a burner account to go wreck some things. Yeah. That's the scary thing.
Yeah.
Like that swamp doesn't scare me.
That
swamp doesn't scare me at all.
I'm the king of this swamp.
It makes me want to get on board and just have mental warfare with some keyboard warrior that hadn't done anything in their life.
You know what? And we mentioned a guy earlier that is pretty good at it, but like a lot of things that people say are not factually driven, and there's facts everywhere to find it, and I love it, and I think it's awesome.
That's what's made the world worse to a certain extent.
Yeah.
All these crazies, you've given them a microphone
or one of these things, right? Yeah,
here. And you've allowed. I've always said there's 5% on each side of the aisle that are absolutely nuts that get 95% of the coverage, and that's how it happens. So. I don't know, but yeah, hey, trolls, keep on coming.
That's right.
Because you know what?
We're ready for you.
All it does is boost our logarithm.
That's right.
That's all it does. So it just boosts us up.
We're ready for it.
Just because summer's pretty much behind us, that doesn't mean your ice needs are behind you. Listen, coolers don't just miraculously keep drinks cold, and it isn't cold enough just to leave them outside yet. Enter Celebration Ice. Your tailgate or family gathering is not complete without ice with attitude. Stop by anywhere you see the ice chests outside with Celebration Ice, real big on them. Inside that chest lies what you need for ice-cold refreshments.
Curtis, you're on Facebook, right?
Yeah.
So I had an instance the other day where I was scrolling Facebook, and this is how it all started, but I saw somebody that I knew to have been deceased. It was their birthday, heavenly birthday. Happy heavenly birthday to them. And so I popped on over just to see. And there was a lot of people that commented on, hey, haven't seen you in a while. Happy birthday, bud. Happy birthday, bro. Happy birthday, whatever. Hope everything's well.
Oh, no.
Not aware that this individual had passed. And I was like, I almost would have commented and say,
tough spot.
They've been like gone.
He's not doing well.
Yeah. It's not a good situation.
Better.
Yeah.
Pushing up daisies.
So I was thinking about cringeworthy Facebook moments when you're scrolling through. And that was the one that started this thought, and I've got a little bit more there. But like I saw it and I looked through and there was probably 25 or 30 people. Hey, bro, ain't seen you in a while. Happy birthday. Hope things are well. And I just wanted to comment, be like, well, it's kind of like that old Grace story. Old Grace been dead for a while.
Oh, boy.
But another one, obviously the birthday wishes to the deceased person, but domestic disputes that are playing out on Facebook. Not necessarily like
on the comments?
Hey, you're beating your old lady. But, there's one comment, are you a member of Valley Talk?
I used to be.
Oh,
I had to get out of there.
You had to get out of there.
Lot.
Toxic place.
I need to get back in, though, for material.
Yeah, you do. So anyways, but you see these domestic, like, I saw where so-and-so had a Tinder profile. Didn't he dating so-and-so? And then it just, so-and-so gets attached to it. And then next thing you know, there's like this whole big, like, domestic argument about, I've been hacked. I ain't on Tinder. I'm not on Tinder.
My favorite is when people say they've been hacked and somebody just like made an account that looks like theirs. They don't realize that you can just do that.
Yeah.
And they're like, I've been hacked. Don't accept any friend requests from me. It's like old people.
Hot takes. When people throw a hot take out there that gets zero response.
What is a hot take now?
Like a hot take would be, could really be anything.
Oh.
It's just could possibly be an unpopular opinion.
Yeah. Like your take.
Bucky sucks.
Gotcha.
Hot take.
Yeah. Like hot take could
Not
be,
true.
Casey's breakfast pizza is terrible. Whoa. That's a hot take.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. That kind of thing. Rants.
You're dumb.
When people go on like the 35 paragraph rant.
Yeah.
Instead of maybe making it a video.
Yeah.
Or something they can do.
That's a lot for them.
The other Facebook cringeworthy moments are more like self-inflicted. Because Facebook's very good at keeping all that information stored somewhere, wherever they store it, because nothing's a secret in this country. You put it out there, the government will keep it forever. But
yeah, they will.
When you see like those Facebook posts that you posted like 15 years ago, where you thought at the time like that was something cool. So I was scrolling through today, and
my sister-in-law sent me something Sunday about me liking an Instagram post
of some big bootied women.
Britney Spears, like some leaked nudes in like 2019.
Yeah.
And
It's legitimate.
She screenshotted and sent it to like our family group with an emoji of Kirk Cousins going through the tunnel when he said, "You like that?
You like that?"
like that?" You know, that emoji or that GIF or whatever. And I'm like, "Holy shit!
Yeah.
Where did you find that?" And she goes, "On your Instagram or your Twitter profile from 2019."
Oh, Twitter.
Yeah, or somewhere, or it may have been from Instagram.
So
I don't
this
know where.
like this Facebook memory was 15 years ago. So that would have put me at 21. And so I was praying to the baseball gods that the Cubs would win a damn baseball game. And I was just thinking
Got
about
let down, didn't you?
the baseball gods let me down 15 years ago. But it just what it came to mind. And I'm like, that is so cringeworthy. Like some of the things like, you know, when Facebook first started, you're a young pup, but you used to have a college email ID to sign up.
Facebook
Oh, for
started
Facebook.
public the
Yeah.
first year that I was in.
Yeah. So when I, you know, you signed up, like it was college and it was like, it used to be a different status thing too. It wasn't like an open status thing. It was like Casey is this. So you get these things like where it's like Casey's popping off bottles with the bitches. And you're like, who would say that? And then you look at the timeline and you're like, oh, that's August, college, back to school partying. Like,
Zach Masner is taking a shit, and then I'm going to get in the shower. Like, you know, this like
Stupid
that's
stuff.
the crazy
Yeah.
stuff that people
Cringe-worthy,
used to
that
do.
kind of stuff.
So with that, we can go around the room, but I think I've set the stage of Facebook cringeworthy.
Yeah.
I think wishing a deceased person a happy birthday on Facebook, that because that person doesn't know that person is deceased, takes the cake for me.
Yeah, that's tough.
But I mean, I just thought something I wondered about because Facebook is probably out of all the social media accounts or entities, Facebook probably has an older demographic.
yeah.
TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter are probably younger.
Mm-hmm.
Twitter is slowly aging out to the Facebook side a little bit, but I guess it's not Twitter, it's
How old are you?
X.
29?
Yeah.
Are you on?
So had you
Twitter?
heard of MySpace? Was that around yet?
It was like the tail end of it when I started getting
Okay.
old enough to be able to
Right.
to mess with that stuff. Yeah. But
So you got any Facebook cringeworthy things?
one of my favorite things that I see at least once a year is somebody will share the picture of Jesus, and they're like, if you really love Jesus, like and share this photo. But it's not Jesus; it's Obi-Wan Kenobi. Have you ever seen that?
Yes.
Because he's got that shot. I just love it. Every time it comes up, I just love it.
Oh, Harrison Ford.
That's Han Solo.
Not it's Obi-Wan. You're right. Not Harrison Ford, but yeah, like with the white.
I mean, I can see the confusion a little bit, but
Shoot.
those are some of my favorites.
Yeah, that one is good. And then like whenever going back to the domestic dispute, where like somebody puts on their status that they think that they're just like commenting on another person's post,
Yeah.
but it's actually on their status. Mm-hmm. Like somebody has something for sale on Marketplace, but then they like put it on their status. Do you still have this available? How much what's your bottom dollar?
Yeah.
And it'd just be like, that's their status. Like that's just their whole ass status. Like,
My dad.
What?
My dad does that from time to time. He does first off, he accesses Facebook on Safari on his phone. Like that's psychopathic behavior.
wow.
Does he just like to have to log in a million times?
I don't know what he does. He gets scammed a lot because of that behavior. But
So he doesn't have the app.
he might, but he probably don't know where it is on the phone or how to use it. When he was in the hospital, I grabbed his phone to check some messages for him. He had over 500 unread text messages. And I said, I don't know what's going on here.
Wow.
And like I'd open some up and it'd be a random number and it would say, You've won this cash prize. Please send your name and birth date. And he'd be like, Joe Crow. And he'd send his, and I'm like, dude, that's not real. Because his actual Facebook actually got hacked a few weeks ago.
Really?
Oh man.
He lost it all. But what he'll do is he'll write on my timeline, "Hey, what are you doing?"
Yeah.
And I'm like, first off, just text me. Like, that's unhinged.
Yeah.
Just text me. But he's thinking he's sending a Facebook message, but he's just writing on my time. I mean, it's
Those are the best ones.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or like, hey, Judy, call me.
yeah,
What are you doing for supper tonight?
yeah.
Shit like that. That's the greatest one.
You know what my dad did one time, and I never got to see it, but I heard about it from many people. This was actually this year. This is recent, and he's a preacher, so keep in mind the context here. Most of the people following him or friends with him on Facebook are churchgoers,
Church go.
and he live streams a lot on Facebook. He'll just be sitting on the porch and he'll live stream, just talk,
Have some ice.
And my parents had a hornet's nest on the front of their house.
Very popular topic right now.
Yeah.
I literally seen something on my own timeline the other evening. It was a photo of a hornet's nest, and then it said, "Is anyone interested in this?" And we were like,
Like, as a marketplace situation?
Yes.
Like, you want to buy it?
"No, like, do you want this?" And then like one of our
They think it's like a bee.
no, because it's like a. I don't know if you're from around here, which you are kind of, but we like us. I can remember shooting a hornet's nest out of a tree in the wintertime after they had froze out and died.
Oh.
And then like we caught it to where it didn't bust when it hit, and then sprayed it with
Polyurethane.
yeah, or like some sort of clear coat, and like basically
You'd hang them in the old den.
yeah, like we hung them in the shop.
We didn't do that.
And that's what this one was about. Like a buddy of ours commented on there, like
Literally, do you want it?
I will take that, but it has to be at least 2 weeks after the first frost.
Well, listen.
Like that's what it said.
This hornet's nest that my dad got a hold of was active.
Oh boy.
He was trying to take it down. He was not successful. He got attacked
Oh no.
quite a bit. He somehow, I don't know how one does this, triggers Facebook Live in his pocket.
Oh,
And he's running around the yard letting her fly. man.
Oh no.
Cussing up a storm. I mean, you're getting attacked by hornets.
Oh,
And he's getting all these messages from church people. It's like, hey, I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry for you, Pastor Joe, but you gotta chill
Pastor
out.
Joe, we prayed for you.
Yeah, we're praying for you, buddy.
Prayers
I
up,
don't
Pastor
believe
Joe.
I can't believe Pastor Joe talked like that. I think some pirate must have got hold of his phone.
Well,
Pastor Joe been hacked.
my favorite thing is he deleted it once he found out about it, and then after he deleted it, he put out an apology post.
Oh,
and-
the Streisand effect.
And there's no context, and I'm like, hey man, just don't say anything. Just get out of there.
Get out. Abort.
Yeah,
Abort.
It's you scroll through and you look at some of the problems these people have, and Facebook has become a hodgepodge of people that sell things
You
and
want to
people
know
that do
you
other
want to know
things.
something that I think is the most wild thing I've ever seen. This is the God's honest truth, and I'm not belittling anybody by saying this, or I'm not like trying to hurt anybody's feelings. Like,
Hey, don't mean to get too personal, but
Hey, I'm not
Normally when
really.
we start off like this means Dave, pay attention. There's any editing in a little.
Tell me about this something real quick. I don't want to get too
any or
personal.
outy.
I don't want to get too personal here, but if you put something on your general timeline asking your entire friends list, is anybody available to watch my kids tomorrow from said time to said time? Hit me up. Like, I just think that is wild.
Yeah, you're just
Like if-
letting everybody know.
Like, if you have younger children and you just put this out on your regular ass news feed, like your just regular ass timeline, hey,
Yeah.
is anybody available to hang out with the two youngins from 8 to 2 or 8 to 1 or some shit like that? You know, it's like,
yeah,
that is nuts. Like, and my wife and I are be like, the amount of money that we would have to pay John Q, Facebook friend, to hang out with all three of my kids.
Yeah.
Like you wouldn't be able to afford it. Like they would leave. Like if we could put some sort of hidden camera up and like let some dude that has no clue who we are, but I'm Facebook friends with him, come over to the house. Like I just think that's wild.
Yeah.
Like how do you get into that circle of trust? Like you kidding me?
Well, as one that's lived and worked in that realm where parents make bad parenting choices, it's really not that difficult to believe. Because you have.
Oh, I see it all the time.
Yeah, I don't know. Like it's a wild thing. I enjoy the
unless they go through their settings and like filter who that post goes to. Like,
Hey,
can
you made the cut?
Yeah,
it sounds like you made the cut.
maybe I did make the cut, but like, is that something that you can do? Like, can you go?
Yeah,
I mean, I know you can do like public friends.
Yeah,
blah blah blah.
That's exactly how you
But
do
like,
it.
you can't just go through and like hand pick.
Yeah, because like I've seen people like, hey, I excluded husband from this post because it's a
Surprise birthday party.
Well, they just create a private event and then not put him.
You
on.
can exclude people. You can go in and say, I don't want these people.
Yeah, because then you'll say, because then it'll be this post is not available if you see it sometimes. Because I know some people that'll post private stuff amongst like a family group situation, and that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, you wouldn't want to put like the old John Q. pedo in that whole babysitters club deal there. That'd be weird.
I mean, he's the only one available.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
Hey, what's your rates? Pretty cheap. You wouldn't believe when we got this.
How often are we going to get free concert tickets to see the boss of Bloomington?
Hey, cheap babysitter. That's just another beer or two we can drink.
As fall approaches, ease into the season by preparing your vehicle for the Jeep runs, tailgating fun, and that good old country cruise. Now's the time to check the treads on those tires and make sure your vehicle is ready to keep you comfortable as we go from the heat of summer to the chill of fall. Timely service can save you trouble down the road. The process to get in at Dubois County Tire and Supply is quick and easy. Friendly service as soon as you enter the door, paired with an experienced and knowledgeable staff, makes for a winning combination. Don't forget to check out their unbelievable deals on Mastercraft tires for your ride. Give Dubois County Tire and Supply a call today. Where big or small, they service it all.
So I saw a TikTok, and I thought it was bullshit, and then I Googled it, and it could still be bullshit. But this feller was talking about the rule of 100. Have you ever heard of this? The rule of 100. If you spend 100 hours in a year, which equates to 18 minutes a day, so if you just pick some thing you want to, study or be better at, I don't remember the word he used, but say it was guitar.
Okay.
If you spend 18 minutes a day, every day for a whole year, once you get your 100 hours in, you'll be better than 95% of the people anywhere. And that's the rule of 100. So I found 3 or 4 different places that reference this, and it's like a thing, apparently, that people talk about.
Huh.
And it kind of sounds like
Is it
horseshit.
kind of like the Kevin Bacon 6 degrees of separation?
No.
Which, hey, by the way, I'm 3 away.
I don't know what
Who,
that
Kevin
means.
Bacon?
Yeah.
Really?
So
What?
lady I worked with at the resort that was in the music and entertainment business was a former either assistant or manager type with him. So 1, 2, and then to me was 3. I was 3 degrees away from Kevin Bacon.
I
Yeah.
don't
Be
know.
damned.
Didn't mean to hijack what you're saying.
Totally lost.
Yeah.
Google it.
So if I spent now,
8.
why is 18 minutes the magic number?
So, the magic number is 100 hours in a year. Mm-hmm. But they say, that's it. You can do that if you do it every day.
Yeah.
Keep consistency. 18 minutes a day adds up to 100 hours after, I assume they use 365 days.
So how many? Yeah. So that would be.
365 divided
Oh
by
boy, there's
18.
more than math. There's more math than that.
Yeah, that's
365 times 18 divided by 60
How you figure? Oh yeah. That's it. 60 minutes
divided by
in
60.
an hour.
Should be 100.
24 hour.
109, 110, 109.5. So for sake, we're going to argue 110.
If
I
you
don't-
have a cheat day somewhere in there.
I don't disagree with the concept of it because in coaching, I'm going to go back to coaching. We always tell our guys get 1% better. Well, what does that mean? It doesn't mean you have to make, and generally I think the science behind it is, and this is why New Year's resolutions fail, and this goes back to Mace's first topic. If you try to make big, large, over-sweeping changes overnight, they don't
work.
stick.
Nope.
Right.
So you have success in, so let's say I'm going to quit eating Little Debbie snacks. So you do that for a month. Then you're not wanting to eat Little Debbie snacks. So then you say, I'm going to cut out regular pop or soda. Then next thing you know, like, so you make these small incremental changes, they add up. So do I agree with it's got to be averaged out to 18 minutes a day for a year? I don't know, but I understand the concept of what they're saying is it doesn't take a whole lot in a 24-hour day for you to improve whatever you're trying to do. Now, whether you're better than 95% of somebody, I don't know about that math.
Well,
but
I think that's the funny numbers right there, because I would imagine, I think they use the term discipline. Like if you want to learn a new discipline, and
Oh, yeah.
that's what they use. But like, how many people in the world play backgammon? You know, so you want to be the best backgammon player on the planet.
Well, that was a strange pool.
Well, I'm just, like maybe 90.
Backgammon.
Okay, Mahjong.
Who?
Mahjong.
What is that? What you get at Panda Express?
That's a tile
You ever eaten
game.
at a Panda
The
Express?
tile game.
Yeah.
Sudoku?
No, Mahjong.
Sudoku.
Mahjong. Mahjong.
Oh. Back to
I
my question.
have
Have you ever eaten
absolutely
at Panda Express?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
No.
I've never gone.
I like sushi.
But they don't have that.
Frozen gas station sushi.
No, that's frozen Aldi's sushi.
Like if I could pick a new discipline to learn, I think some sort of musical instrument would be badass. But
So let's do this. This is content
I
for
don't
next
have
year.
18 hours. I don't have 18 minutes a day
yeah,
to
you
spare.
do. Yeah, you do.
How you figure?
How much time did your finger spend scrolling through your phone today?
Yeah, but I was doing other things.
Pooping doesn't count. You can take your guitar into the pooper.
I'm not strumming while I'm shitting, bro. It ain't happening.
Why not?
You know, I'd have had a bigger problem with it pre-bidet, but I feel like it's a much all-around cleaner experience.
I wish I could have a mobile one.
Oh my gosh.
I've been trying to figure out how to get like a mobile one rigged up to take to that shithole in a couple weeks. I might just buy one and install it.
No shit.
Oh my goodness.
Can I shit in your bathroom? That way we can only get one.
You guys are ridiculous. What would be your discipline you'd want to learn?
I just said like a music instrument somehow. Whether it's the
Jazz flute?
where it could be the jazz,
what?
Jazz flute.
yeah, jazz flute.
Jazz flute? You say jazz flute?
Or a like.
I got a bone to pick about that, by the way.
Go ahead.
So last week you decided how much you didn't like the term brazzle,
Yeah.
and then you jumped Casey's ass about it, and then he told you to just say something to me because I started it. And you're like, yeah, I just don't like what it sounds. I said, okay, I'll say Brazil now. And immediately, Casey says something about Jasper, and nobody says shit about that.
Well, because
I hijacked my own, but this whole thing is like, I don't like. I don't even know what I said.
Brazzle?
Brazzle. It's Brazil. Okay, I'll say it right. Anyway, now that you live in Jasper, Dustin, I'm like, okay, where's it at? Nothing.
Hey, Dave, there's a double standard here.
Anyway,
Hey, do you think up there that brain
here, can you see? Is there light? Can you see light through there?
got
I don't
like
know.
a fart in a skillet?
Whether I would do like some sort of like a
Did they define discipline?
brass?
no, they were just saying like
instrument
if you want to learn something new, I think they were just
If you were
basically-
reading about the European theater of World War II.
I know a lot about it already.
I know, but if you were just to read something, like if you were to read the actual mission log for 18 minutes a day for an entire year, I guarantee you would know more about the European theater of World War II than 95% of people in your social circle.
No, I
or
think
like
it's anywhere.
in anywhere.
Like,
Man, that's crazy.
That
though.
is wild, isn't it?
Because what if you say I'm going to become a basketball player, 6 foot nothing? I'm not going to be in the top 5%.
No, you're going to learn more about it. Not
No,
Not be better
Go-
about.
Google it. Google the rule of 100.
Google.
We got a little bit of time yet.
Google. We got all the time in the world for you, buddy.
Because I took it as you'll be better than 95% of the people. Now, I imagine sooner or later in there, though, there's going to be some like you got to at least have the innate, there's a certain amount of characteristics you have to qualify for.
There's got to be something there.
I can't type very good.
Yeah.
Oh God, there's a whole. How do you use the rule of 100? The rule of 100 says under 100% discounts seem larger than absolute ones. No, that ain't it. Okay, go for it, Dave. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Like I've heard of, what is it? The rule of tens, the rule of, like when you're talking about like retirements and stuff, the rule of 20s or whatever. Like it's supposed to double every 20 years, guaranteed.
I saw, speaking of retirement, I saw something the other day that said like people our age to have $100,000 a year have to have almost $30 million saved for retirement.
Well, sure. Because there won't be, I doubt there, do you think there's any Social Security?
No.
No, not a chance.
All that's going to go bankrupt soon. We're going to be on the gold standard.
Yeah.
We're going to be pulling people's teeth out to get the gold.
Here we go. Look at him.
100 hours a year, just 18 minutes a day is all that it takes to be better than 95% of the world. The key to success is not just hard work, but consistent effort over time.
See? Right on the money. So if I work on golf 18 minutes a day from a year out, just 18 minutes, right on the money, you're saying I'm going to, I don't know.
It seems like a stretch.
You would have to pick a feasible discipline that you could be.
Like I'm probably not going to be a tightrope walker no matter.
Yeah, not a chance.
Well, but then you'd be better not. Still, that's such a slim. You won't be better
if you
than
think
anybody that's good at it.
But think about 5% of 7 billion is what, Dave? 10% would be 10% would be 700 million.
Yes.
So
350
million people. There's not 350 million tightrope walkers out there.
Right. And I bet, though, at 350 million people, you might make the list if you spent that much time on golf. 350 million is a lot of people.
I know. That's the thing. When you look at it on a scale of such
Because
magnitude.
you gotta think that half the world doesn't even have the opportunity to play golf.
Bingo.
So, yeah, I think that's where the math is funny, just because chances are.
But then when you think about it and you drill down on the macro level down to the micro, it makes sense because you're like,
Yeah.
there's no way there's 350 million people play golf.
Right.
So then
Or
it all makes sense.
basketball or NASCAR or whatever else.
Yeah.
It's 350 million. That's what it is.
Welcome to the show.
Anyway, I saw that, and because I too, like, I've had a guitar for ages, and I keep trying to learn to play it, and then I have little spurts where I practice good and tell difference, and then it sits forever. And I was like, man, maybe I just need to buckle down on one of these.
So my roommate in law school, that's why he kept his guitar. He had a guitar on every level of our house because his theory was he'd walk into the room, he'd pick it up, he'd strum a few chords, he'd practice and work on it, go about your day. That's what he did.
Yep, I got 2 upstairs and 3 downstairs, and I've just been trying to think thought maybe I'd buy the right one and learn how to play it, but
Or want to play it?
or just like it would speak to me and there'd be some magical moment.
This man.
I knew you were going there. What movie is that most iconic for?
You got me, buddy.
The Sandlot.
Oh, that's
Remember
right.
when it was?
Wendy
It's,
Peppercorn?
Yeah, when Squints faked his drowning, lip locked old Wendy right there on the old concrete.
Yeah.
He was. Oh man, he looks like a dead fish.
I wonder what we'd have to spend 18 minutes on a day as the Dutchmen to be better than the...
Well, according to TikTok user 6975889 or 2.
Losing weight.
Yeah, that's what he would say. Hey, I almost want to lose 100 pounds just to come back and say, hey, Still have the CPAP,
Yeah,
asshole.
still got sleep apnea.
You know what he would tell you? Because probably by the numbers, you're still bigger to obese.
because
215 still fat, bro.
Yeah. Quick, come on,
I think for my height, I'm supposed to be like 165.
Never.
180.
Good
Not
luck,
gonna happen.
Dave.
Well, I'm not saying it's happening. I'm just saying I think that's what makes me not obese.
Gotcha. Okay.
Have you been to a tailgate recently where the food spread was less than subpar? Did you have a hard time identifying what kind of burger or dog was on the bun? Well, don't suffer in silence anymore. Be the host or the guest with the most. Head to Merkley's before your next tailgate and get their world-famous snap dogs, seasoned burger patties, or flavored brats. Merkley & Sons is an ultimate destination for meat enthusiasts for a reason. Now, don't suffer at tailgates anymore. Make a trip to Merkley's before you head to the game and stock up. Would you go back and do your childhood over again if you could?
Yep.
Would you change anything? Just do it the same way?
Oh, I change a lot.
Really?
Yeah.
She'd start doing some choring around the house.
Now, is it? Would you?
Like,
know,
if you
would
could
you
pick-
know your future self, or do you completely reset?
If you could go back and relive your youth,
Oh, really, Rain Man?
youth, would you do it? That's all it says.
But his question of it is a clarifying question to David, who originated this question.
I'm going to say no. Just like if you could pick, would you just say, man,
Let's
it's
run it
awesome to
back.
be a kid. Let's just go do that over again.
Let's run it back. I don't know.
But we have no notion of what the future holds.
Yeah.
No,
Like, we don't
just
have
like-
anything that we learned from our childhood.
No, because you know how many times you're just like, man, I wish I was young again. You know what I mean? Like,
Or how many times have you heard, man, if I knew
Nope,
what I
nope.
know now.
No,
Yeah.
that's a disqualifying statement. More just of a, man, what I'd give to be.
I wouldn't go back and do it. If I had the notion of what I screwed up on as a child to enjoy all that more, I would. But
I think I
as
just.
it sits
Yeah,
now,
just to
Yeah.
go back to be a child again.
I'm gonna say no because I'd probably just do it all over again the same way, without any context.
Yeah, if you could, there's no way in hell I'd want to be a kid now.
I wouldn't want to be a kid again when I was a kid. That sucked. Like going to school every day.
Okay, that's not,
Dave, you go to work every day.
That's not where I thought you were going with that.
Yeah, but. But
Well, I mean, goddamn, growing up in Richmond, I mean, that must have really sucked. You know?
There it is.
I don't know. I think, like, my childhood, like going to school and, like, the memories that I can remember, obviously, you know, growing tough skin right out of the gate, you know what I mean? You know, but, you know, I was the resident fat kid, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I, you know, grown up to be pretty tough, but it's like, there were things that I wish I would have paid attention to more from people that are no longer around, you know? Like I always say that, like my grandpa Bill, old Wild Bill, he was a woodworker, cabinet maker, and an absolute wizard when it came to furniture refinishing and cabinetry and like carpentry skills and shit like that. And like he had a fully functioning wood shop and, you know, furniture like Masoners furniture refinishing. Like they had a little business. And I wish that I could have paid more attention to that and learned that skill, because there is a bunch of money to be made in that whole.
Especially today.
Yeah.
Well, but I think that's why the clarifying question is so important. Because if I would know what I know now to go back to be a child, I would enjoy the random drives with mom and dad a lot more. I would enjoy a lot of the other things that, you know, that you hated doing as a kid with mom, the shopping trips, the grocery shopping trips, like those little things like back to school shopping. My mother, God bless her, freaking saint, because like when it went to back to school shopping for 3 husky kids, like, you know, when nothing fits right and
Been
nothing
there, bud.
I mean, trying on blue jeans at J.C. Penney's, like I could just imagine like what that is as a parent, because you deal with it now. Like right, wrong, or indifferent. Like just sometimes my attitude with dealing with a couple of them when it's time to get going in the morning and get out, and one only wants to cry for mom, and you're like, I'll throw you in the truck. Like, I just can't, handle it right now. Like, we need to get moving.
Yeah.
Like, it's time.
I got one of those.
But I think it's patience. Like, I just think of my parents as always being patient. And
There's no way I'm going to be able to go to sleep if you don't come in here and tuck me in.
Yeah.
I've been telling you to go to bed for the last 2 hours and 21 minutes. Go in your room, shut the light off, and go to bed.
that's what he says to Justine.
No, it ain't. No way, dude.
But I don't know if I could have the knowledge of what it was. I mean, but it's like everything, and you're a young whippersnapper under 30 yet. But, as you get older, you realize, especially like if you lose, you will lose your parents someday. But especially when you do, because I know Smoke Dragon's lost his father, and, I've lost my mother. And you look back on a lot of the things, and you're like, why she didn't, send us upriver, because we were shithead kids when it came to buying blue jeans for back to school, and she was just trying to do what she was trying to do as a mother. Like, there's a tinge of guilt there. And I think that's what I would go back to enjoy it. Enjoy all that stuff that you didn't think you would, because that's what you regret. And that's what kids don't listen to you today now. Like, I'll tell you that now. Like, these guys have kids that are just a little bit older than mine, and they'll tell you like that, and it's gone. You got a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, almost identical boat that I'm
They'll
in.
be driving before you know it.
Yeah, and it's just a wild thought. And God bless Papa Frank. You do too much other shit, and he is right on the money, and it's a fine balancing act. But it's freaking life. I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a no for me. I don't think I would go back.
Yeah, me either.
No.
Nah,
I just
maybe
think,
not.
like I said, I think if I did, I'd almost do the same thing. It'd be like a big loop. It's like
deja vu.
I don't regret anything from my childhood. I mean, I kind of wish I spent less time on sports and more time on things that I could continue on in my life.
Comedy, golf.
I just wish I would have been more of I was outside all the time, but I wish I would have tried hunting earlier. Just the peace that I get from that, being out in the woods.
It's awesome, man.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's so great. And I just I wish I would have started that when I was young, So it's like, I'm going to start that with my kid. Like, he's 4, but he's going to sit in a deer blind with me sometime this fall.
Yeah.
And we probably won't see anything. But
you won't
he's
make
gonna
it
get,
long.
No.
I'll tell you that right now. You won't make it long. But you'll do it.
Yeah.
First time we ever did it, we made it like an hour and 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And I thought, Jesus Christ, that was awesome.
Yeah.
Like, I cannot believe we made it that long.
Yeah.
And then when the other one gets older, then you're going to start out taking them both at the same time. And then, well, you say you're not going to have another one, but we'll see. But, if you do have a third, like me, now I can't go hunting without taking the whole squad.
Yeah.
So you more or less need to bring a 5-gallon bucket of NyQuil or some sort of ball gag or something like that, or just a whole bunch of headphones and electronic devices.
Keep them entertained.
Yes, to keep them occupied to where you actually have a chance of seeing any form of wildlife. Yeah. So,
Have you taken the kids on vacation?
Yeah, actually. So this summer, I would consider probably the first big vacation. We went down to Florida.
Which parts?
We went to Destin.
Okay, you didn't go to that swamp.
yeah,
that
a real shithole. Just
yeah,
a little bit further, further west of Destin.
I think
Which one's that?
Well, we don't like to mention
it's
it.
just a shithole kind of.
It's an island.
a
It's
barrier island
terrible.
up there.
It's really not that great.
It's
People
terrible.
are just.
Yeah.
It's kind of like when they discover those tribes on the Amazon.
Yeah,
like the Amazon.
Papua New Guinea, like where there's
Yeah.
cannibalistic tribes.
And they just want to eat.
Yeah.
Like it's bad place.
It's a shithole down
Damn
there.
bugs might even carry you off.
You don't think anybody ought to go down there?
No, it's terrible.
Especially in a week.
Yeah, we'll talk
Yeah.
about it later, but
Yeah.
it's just
yeah. I think that's
shithole.
where it hit me, like on the parenting side, was when we had, because last year I guess would have been the first kind of full-fledged vacation, because I've been a big proponent of it, because I told my wife, like, they might not remember it, but we will. But watching them run out to the beach and into the ocean the first time for their feet,
dodging all
yeah.
the needles and junk,
Yeah,
trash.
down
Yeah,
there.
yeah, oh yeah, that part I forgot. Yeah,
Yeah.
we wore steel toes out there on
Yeah.
the sand.
Yeah.
It's tough.
Custom Crocs.
But good news is the toxic barrels kind of make great like little floaties.
Floaties for them.
Yeah, so it's good.
Yeah, little life rafts out there.
Yeah, that's exactly what
Yeah,
it is.
I had the same experience. I'm not a beach person. I actually,
Oh, neither is Dave.
I hate the beach.
Oh, so does Dave.
But I'll tell you what,
Do you have autism too?
seeing the,
Are you on the spectrum?
I don't know.
Do you have sensory issues?
Is there a test I can take?
Yeah, because you're right there with David. Yeah, we're wondering the same thing about old smoke dragon over here.
I'm a
Something
mountain.
about that sand, and it just gets everywhere.
Well-
like it's on your freaking feet, it's
Dude.
on your bags, it's in your car.
It's not even. I mean, you're not wrong. It's awful. There's probably still some sand on me from.
Hashtag shop vac.
Hey, but this guy though is
He's gonna go.
but on the flip side,
gonna
if
make
there's
the best
if there's
of
a shark attack, he's gonna
He's gonna
choke
choke that
that
son of a
bitch
bitch out.
Yeah, I don't like the ocean because of sharks.
Oh, that's the part that intrigues me.
I'm terrified of what I
Oh,
can't.
that's
see.
the part. That
I'm terrified of
intrigues
what I
me.
can't see. Like I even struggle swimming in a lake sometimes.
I don't disagree with you on like. So will you wade out to like waist high to pee?
Which one? The ocean?
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean I'll get
Waist
out there.
high.
yeah. That's I don't need to go any further.
I don't even need to go that far. I mean, I'll just get to your shins and let her rip.
Kind of got to like bob around.
Oh, and you're worried about sharks. Good grief.
He's
not worried about
He loves
Oh, yeah.
He's looking for sharks.
it. He's
Sounds
pro
like.
shark guy.
See, it's the jellyfish that you got to worry about.
Now see where we went. We didn't have any jellyfish problems.
We shouldn't where we're going to be.
The water will be too cold.
Yeah, I think that's
that's true.
we had one that
Too
was
far
dead.
up.
We had one that was dead. Rolled by. I saw it like kind of
Shark or jellyfish?
jellyfish.
Oh, okay.
Last year, and I
Now,
saw. it.
I want to tell you something right now. Right now.
I'm not going to let you urinate on it.
I love you to death, and I want you to know that in the pinch, if you need it, I will piss all over you for that.
All right.
Piss in the driveway a little bit ago.
It's been
'cause I
good
walked
time,
out.
boys.
Time to go. Curtis is out of here.
No, I kind of saw it kind of rolling down the beach there a little bit, and I told Janelle, I go, that looks like a dead jellyfish. She goes, it's you're just being, and I'm like, no,
It's just a Dollar General bag.
yeah. I was like, no, I think that is, and she goes, well, I mean, what do you think? I'm like, well, we probably ought to get the kids out because they were playing that little splash area where.
Oh, yeah.
And so it was a dead jellyfish, and we had to tell the kids and all that other stuff. But I think it was a fight between Janelle and I of who was going to get out of the beach chairs to go dictate this as a parent. So
That's one thing that's cool about the way the age that our kids are in now. Like hopefully we'll do a beach day or two where your kids will come down and like let our older kids entertain your younger kids, and then like we can all have a good time. But as your kids get older, these beach vacations and things like that will become a little easier.
Yeah.
So it'll be a good time.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'm not a beach guy, but seeing my kids play on the beach for the first time, I was like, okay, I could probably do this.
I could learn to like.
I can learn, and it'll get easier every year, like you said.
Yeah.
because you said you're a mountains guy.
I'm more. I love the mountains.
Me too.
Which ones?
I love them all. I love the Rockies. I love the Smokies.
It's amazing because them Rockies aren't that rocky.
Yeah, I thought the Rockies would be a lot rockier than this.
Are you a Grand Tetons guy?
I've not been to those yet.
You've not been out that far?
No, I've been to, like, I go out to Colorado every year, and to a little town called Westcliff, Colorado, which is in the Rocky Mountains, and it's like, I think where we go is like 10,000 feet.
Is that work related?
Kind of. It's like a retreat that I help with every year. I help them with their marketing and sound and video and that kind of stuff, and get to do a little stand up out there during the talent show portion.
Yeah, there you go.
It's a lot of fun.
What are they retreating from?
I guess the sinful world,
Oh,
pagans.
There's the
fire and brimstone.
there's the virgin sacrifice at 6 p.m. You don't want to be late for
Good
that.
No, it's a lot of
God.
fun. It's like college age students, and it's just like 8 days of like. There's a lot of road trips. You go out and you see things. There's this dude out there that built a castle by himself. He's off the grid, anti-government. Name's Jim Bishop.
Oh,
Dave knows him. Dave's like,
Jimmy
Jim's
B.
a great guy.
Oh, Jimmy B. Yeah, I know him.
JB, huh?
I need to find this sign that he has up at his place. But you get to go see this thing. It's an amazing castle that he's built by hand. He welds everything and he puts the rocks in himself.
I think I saw him on a Netflix special or something.
I mean, I
you
wouldn't
did,
be
Dave.
surprised. It's terrifying.
Oh, my God.
Have you looking him up?
It's huge.
It's incredible. It really is incredible.
Wow.
I always wanted a castle.
Look at that thing.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
It's the only thing I don't like about my property here at the hill. It's hard to build a moat.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. This dude built all this by himself. And I think his son is helping.
Oh,
that's
my
cool.
gosh.
That's
Yeah.
really cool.
It's incredible. He's got this sign in here. He's like, he's really against the fire bans
Oh,
that they
boy.
put in there. He said, ask yourself, how long has man had fire? This would be good for you to read in your voice. How long has mankind made peace around fire? Would we be what we are without fire? I mean, think about this. This is serious stuff.
Posing a lot of great
Would
questions.
mankind have survived without fire? Old timers talk about a drought 60 years ago, similar to 2002. This is when he starts going off. They don't mention any fire bans. By what authority can our government strip us of our rights? And he just keeps going.
Oh, wow.
And he's got these signs posted up
Everywhere.
everywhere.
Good for him.
I love it.
I bet he's got a meth kettle.
Damn right he does.
Oh, that guy's wild.
Well, but
It's too dark for you to check out that sweet fire pit in my backyard.
Yeah, it's not. There's no really. There's absolutely no meth involved in the meth kettle, but
Yeah.
it's just a big old.
The way you said it, though,
it sounds like
Feels
maybe
like there's some
mainly
meth.
'cause the
well, because
name.
Curtis, that adds to the excitement when Dave does have a fire, because you might have some shady characters show up, kind of scratching arms,
a little itchy.
neck, yeah, and
They're just chasing a
and
fire.
they're like, "Who are you?" Like, "We're here for the meth kettle," and we're like,
Oh god.
"Just this fire ring," and they're like, "There's no meth,"
Oh.
and Dave's like,
Oh,
Gotcha.
"Nope, no meth. Sorry, pal."
And Casey lights him up with his lawnmower, runs him off.
Help escort him out. So,
all
right.
Well,
there we go.
here
So, hey,
we go.
well, you would think that we would jump right into Merkley and Sons Choice Cuts questions of the week for the fellas. But as our friend Ashley Myring pointed out this week, hey, I had my crock pot all ready for soup, which who makes soup in a crock pot, Ashley? Some people put it in an old pot.
Yeah, baby.
So this is the soup season. We are officially in soup season. # soup season. And our lead off here.
Soup
Are we in
season?
soup season right now?
We're souping season. Yeah. We're in a little souping season.
Soupy soup season.
Hashtag soup season.
The hashtag came to me later. That's why I repeated it. You guys try to do some things on the fly every once in a while. So this week's recipe.
Hashtag pound sign.
Outside. Oh, Dave.
Look at these clip-on things that I got in my glasses.
Oh my God.
That's pretty good.
Morpheus.
I just got these today. I'm
No
freaking
way.
proud of them.
Yes.
Hashtag
What's the chance you're going to lose those?
It's high, but that's why I got one of these grandpa-looking.
Dude, whenever you
ain't got no
in-
pocket in
when
your
you
shirt.
came in with that freaking thing, I was like, when did Curtis become 100 years old?
That's what my wife said. She's like, "Did you really buy that?" I'm like, "Yeah, it was super cheap. This is the best thing to hold them. It's thin."
You look great, man.
That's a good look.
I
So-
gotta get him.
We are in that season of soup. Big Mace is the first here to provide us with
I would
a
like to tell you.
nice little soup recipe.
I would like to tell you about my Wing It white chili.
Sounds great.
I made it tonight before I left home.
Okay.
And it is a Wing It white chili. I don't know if you like white chili or not, but it's white and it's chili.
Soup season.
Soup season. So the Wing It white chili, you're going to need just a real quick rundown of the ingredients list. You're going to need a rotisserie chicken. You can buy rotisserie chickens at Sam's Club. You can buy them at Walmart. You can buy them at Sam's Club, but you're going to need one of those. You're going to need to debone this rotisserie chicken. I can't take you serious with those clip-on
I can't take you
sunglasses
serious.
on.
Like, if they're going to make a soup, I hope they know where the hell to get the grocery out.
We're getting deep into
Well, hey,
where
boys.
can you get the ingredients?
Well, I'll tell you what. You can go on down there to
You're gonna
Main
need
Street.
some of that Russian miak. Hard to find this time.
Some of them Alaskan blueberries.
That's eggy.
If you can't get bloody hell, that's eggy. Rotisserie chicken, 1 block cream cheese, 5 cups chicken broth, 1 tablespoon of cumin, 1 tablespoon oregano, 1 white onion, 2 tablespoons minced garlic, a few jalapenos, a good quality squirt of the sour cream, olive oil, and lime juice. And then you just put all that shit in a pot and let her rip.
Could it
And
be a crock pot?
You need canola. What the hell are them called? Some sort of beans that are white. You're gonna need some white beans that are rinsed.
Navy beans.
No, they're not that. They start.
Gorgonzola.
No, nope. Or not garbanzo either. But,
Garbanzo's the ones I was thinking
yeah,
of.
it's a white. It's some sort of white bean. But yeah, you just let all that shit rip in a pot for a while, and you got yourself a mean white chicken chili. It's good.
Let her rip.
Yeah,
Tater chip.
yeah. So
Hashtag soup season.
hashtag soup season.
How long you let that cook for?
4, 5, 6 hours, whatever you want.
Whatever, just till it's done.
Hey, let
Yeah.
it simmer a little, Dave. You'll
Yeah.
know when it's done.
So that there is Big Mace #1 installment for the soup season. Hashtag soup season. It's soup season. It's the Wing It White Chili. For all you listeners out there that want to get more in depth with the Wing It White Chili, just smash that subscribe button, and then we'll talk about it after.
Y'all
you do
should
that.
make a video, a little cooking with Mace video.
Yeah, hashtag soup season, wing it soup season.
Yeah.
It's soup season.
White chili, chicken, white chili.
Chili.
It's white.
Niner. 5.
All right,
Blanco
boys. That
Pellegrino
was the
Chile.
first installment to the hashtag soup season.
Hashtag soup
Let's
season.
see what our friends at Merkley Sons got.
It might be a short soup season. Hey, how'd soup season go? We only had one. It all works out.
Do you all have one too?
Oh no, it's just one soup season recipe.
Because
I was say, man, it's getting late.
we learned from the Let the Dutchman Be Your DJ, and each of us bringing 3 every time. That playlist is
tough.
6 days long.
Yeah.
Southern Indiana Hardwoods wants to remind you that fall time is a perfect time to smoke a rack of ribs, a hearty brisket, or even that massive pork butt you've been holding on to. It isn't soup season yet, and Southern Indiana Hardwoods has an inventory of those wonderful Green Mountain pellet grills ready for you. Now, not only does Southern Indiana Hardwoods carry the Green Mountain pellet grills, but they also have the accessories to go with the grills, and most importantly, top-notch smoking pellets. You can have the perfect cut of meat, but if you don't use quality pellets, you're wasting your time. Give Nick Merkley a call today.
Hey, Esquire here for some final thoughts. A big thank you for watching today's Best Of. We hope you enjoyed it. Most of those clips came from end of Season 1, beginning of Season 2. Definitely can tell we've gotten a lot better, hopefully. But hopefully you've enjoyed the laughs, as I enjoyed them going through, picking them back out. Don't worry. We will be back next week with all new content, okay? Smoke, Survive, Bourbon, and Beyond. Warden hasn't killed Big Mace. And, of course, I'm here doing my thing. So we'll be back. Don't worry. But we want to thank Blessing Your Insurance, our title sponsor. We appreciate Chad and everything he does. Of course, Celebration Ice. Although we had no ice cold opener, we appreciate Celebration Ice coming on board this year. Make sure you're buying from Celebration Ice, whether it be the Honor Box or at your local convenience store. Of course, our buddy Zeth, Dubois County Tire and Supply, and the boys over there. If you need you a new set of tires, Mastercraft, that's what I got on the Polar Bear. They work great. Of course, Bradley, John Boy, and our boy Greeny, who shows up for shit. Big thank you to Merkley and Sons, and of course, Nick Merkley at Southern Indiana Hardwoods. We appreciate his support as well. Check out each and every one of our sponsors. They are what makes this show work. And with that, enjoy your Friday, enjoy your weekend, enjoy your evening whenever you're watching this. And as we like to say back in the lounge, Dutchman out.